you to an update here. Really bizarre story in Southern California. The body found in singer David's Tesla has been identified as a missing teen girl. Her remains were discovered in the trunk of that Tesla in a tow lot in Hollywood. We want to go out right now to Fox 11's Christina Gonzalez with the very latest in this investigation. Christina, what can you tell us tonight?
Well, we're in Lake Elsinore. That teenager, her name Celeste Rivas, she was 13 years old when she was last seen leaving this home back in April of 2024. Now, her family had no idea that her case could be connected to the Tesla until they get a call from TMZ last week. Now, keep in mind, right now, David, the artist, he is not considered a suspect. He's not considered a person of interest. We're told he is cooperating, but he canceled his tour date in Seattle, the next one. And people here are saying,
welcome to the show. Deeply disgusted. And we got some things to discuss. Message to y'all. This world is crazy. There's a singer in LA by the name of D4VD. I don't know what that stands for. I thought it was DMV. At first, when I saw it, I thought he was from DC. But that's his name. And he was dating this young girl. I don't know how old he was. I didn't really dip into the story that much. I just seen it that long ago. And she was missing since she was 13. When I look at photos of this guy, he looks like he's about 25, 26. And she was only missing 2 years ago. And she was 13 when she went missing. And now she's supposed to be 15, but they found her body in a trunk of a tow yard. His car got towed in LA, in Hollywood, LA. I don't know what happened, but he wasn't nowhere to be found. So how a girl that was missing since she was 13 wind up in your trunk for 2 years and haven't been reported? We're going to see what Sharkface here has to say about this. Continue, Sharkface.
saying, what's going on? So let's show you. Few words from those arriving at the Lake Elsinore home where 15-year-old Celeste Rivas disappeared in April of 2024. Where her family has just found out that it is her partially dismembered body that was found in the trunk of a Tesla registered to popular singer-songwriter.
Oh, that's him? That's him? Oh, he did it. He did it. He looked like a P. Diddy student. He looks like a student of P. Diddy. I don't care what nobody says. He did it. He did it. Look at him. Evil. Evil. Y'all don't know about the evils that go on in LA with young girls?
Songwriter David Anthony Burke, known by the stage name David. TMZ broke the girl's identification after speaking to her mother.
It was a very heart-wrenching conversation. She was very upset and said that she...
Oh, he looks G-A-Y anyway.
All she knew is that, her daughter had been missing all of this time. She told us...
It's a beautiful girl. 13. A 13-year-old girl got emmed and found in a trunk. How can this even happen in a first world country without somebody being at least caught within a month?
That she was aware that there was a boyfriend named David.
And that her daughter had a tattoo with the letters "sh" on her right index finger.
That the color...
How are you 13 years old and you have a tattoo? Let's start there. Not to blame her, but I think she was a wild child. How a 13-year-old wind up dating a celebrity that looks like he's in his 20s and nobody says anything? Nobody knows? Nobody's seen her in his car? Nobody's seen her at his house? Nobody's seen them on a date? But her body is in a trunk for 2 years?
Color of the ink of that tattoo was red, which was something that police had not released to the public.
Yeah, he needs to give it up. He needs to give it up. Look at his dreads is hanging off by dear life. His dreads is like this, like, look. Bruh, don't you think it's time to cut us now? We kind of stressing out over here, you know what I'm saying?
The singer, who has been cooperating with police, had continued his tour after the body was discovered, but he just canceled his next date in Seattle.
But it just seemed odd to us that, gosh, your car, you know, such a grisly discovery.
Yeah, of course he gonna cancel Seattle. Seattle right next to LA. Seattle is right next to California. Of course he's gonna cancel. Of course.
In your car, and that you're just out on tour, you would think that, you know, you'd want to find out what happened here, because this is just a very bizarre case.
Especially because one of his videos actually features a body being put in the trunk of a car.
Oh, he did it. He did it. Yeah. That's guilt right there. That's guilt right here. A 13-year-old little girl is found in the body of your trunk. And you actually went and made a video 2 years before they found the body in the trunk of you putting a body in the trunk? Life.
It's just eerie considering what ended up happening in David's car.
I just hope that the truth comes forward.
Celeste's neighbors on the street she grew up at.
Justicia.
Justice is what family and friends are asking for.
Whatever happened could happen to someone else, and it's just scary.
Now, we have reached out to David's people, no response from them. Again, I want to emphasize, last we heard, he was cooperating. LAPD is not naming him a suspect at this point or a person of interest. We're waiting to hear more from them. But I can tell you the Seattle concert date was canceled. Next is San Francisco on Friday. We're waiting to hear back from that venue. And he's supposed to be here at the Greek this weekend. We reached out to them. We haven't heard back from them yet.
I mean, the chances of somebody else committing that crime and you don't smell nothing, like you never even went in your trunk. I mean, I don't know this guy. This guy probably got money. He probably has multiple cars and multiple employees under his name. All type of cars under his name. I never really met anybody probably as big as him. I don't know, how big is he? Is he big? Like, how do we even have a car still under his name? It should be under the business name, but that's a whole nother topic. All I'm saying is the chances of it being someone else that committed this I don't know. Yeah, shout out to Only the Family. We're gonna see what's going on with this David guy. We're gonna get to know his personality. See what's up.
Every song you made was made on your phone.
Mm-hmm.
Is that true?
Yeah, portable studio.
Literally what? Band Lab is the
Band
app?
Lab.
Would you be able to show us like a little tutorial of how
Yes,
that works?
I got you.
And you're using like a little mic or what?
I got the studio with me. I got the studio
You don't
with me.
use it on the wire.
Yes, I do. Let's see if we can make a little jingle.
Vocal warm-ups, check.
I'm about to make the most corny song ever, but bear with me. Much music, much music. That sounds like a State Farm commercial. Wait, hold on, I gotta stag it though. Much music. I'll tell you what I got so far.
Okay. This is not real.
Yo, why do he have a tattoo on his forehead? That's the first clue. We gonna solve this thing tonight. Why do he have a tattoo on his forehead? I mean, not a tattoo, a Band-Aid.
Of an impounded car parked in a Hollywood tow yard.
Mario Ramirez has been following this story all morning. He has the very latest there. Mario.
Hey, good morning. And it was workers here at Hollywood Tow on Mansfield Avenue who noticed a strong odor coming from that vehicle where human remains were found, a decomposing body.
So this will be it, fam. Within the last 24 hours, shocking new details have surfaced about a decomposed body found in a Tesla that we told you about a couple days ago. Of course, we also mentioned that that car was registered to a well-known singer. At first, it seemed like a confusing tragedy. Now the victim has been identified, and the truth is even darker than anyone had expected. Now, when this story first broke, even authorities couldn't give a straight answer. They told the public it was a child, then backtracked, saying it was an adult, only to confirm days later that the body belonged to a teenager. Reports now revealed that the victim was just 15 years old, a young girl who was considered missing for over a year since she was 14. But what makes this even more disturbing are the allegations surrounding the singer tied to this case. Sources claim he had known this girl since she was only 11 years old, which means he was allegedly messing with a minor. Now, leaked text messages and online chatter point to a secret connection between the two that's raising serious questions. Even having the missing teenage mom come out and say that her boyfriend's name was David. They had matching tattoos, which we'll later check out, but she didn't know the magnitude of David's career. And the fallout already has begun. Sponsors bill.
Oh, she didn't know that. She just thought he was just like a local singer singing at little bars, on the come up. She didn't know that her daughter was dating a large, famous singer, like popular, like selling out, like, I don't know, grocery stores. He's big.
Been left. But within the last day, the singer has reportedly canceled his upcoming shows, fueling speculation about what he knew and what he might be hiding. As the family mourned the loss of their daughter, the community left demanding answers, not just about how she ended up in that Tesla, but about the man who may have been far too close to her. Now, since we already talked about...
Sometimes a lot of these dudes, you see them, they look a little feminine. They going through a lot of psychological issues. A lot of times our females will get with these guys because they're like, all right, okay, if he ever try to do something, I could take this dude down. So they ain't going to really mess with, buff dudes like me. They going to mess with skinny little feminine soft dudes like this so they could run all over, right? But then these guys will be the guys that end up ending them because these guys are weak. These guys are weak, and these guys, a lot of time, they know they can't fight a lot of men. So what they do, they fight females because men been beating them up all their lives.
His rise to fame from Fortnite. Today we talk about what since then. Music. Even me going back to listening to some of his music after finding out the month last year this young girl was missing. Having a track.
He came up from Fortnite? Oh yeah, he did it. Yeah, them dudes that be on them chats be weirdos.
Release 1 month before and 1 month after, but some could say make a correlation. Today we break it down together, pay our respects to this teenager, and see where we stand today. It was in October 2022. Celeste would have been just 11 years old, and David is seen typing, "Celeste in here?" Question emojis. Moments later, a usher under the name Celeste responded, "Hi David Bart." Many point to this as the earliest digital trace of their connection. Then 2 years later, fans discuss him dating Celeste in 2024, after another viral screenshot from March 2024 shows members of his Discord community openly discussing his love life. One user wrote, quote, "He has a girlfriend," end quote, while another added, quote, "Pretty sure he's dating right now," end quote. When pressed further, one clarified, "Yeah, skeleton emojis. Her name is Celeste." These casual remarks are now being cited as evidence that those...
I told you them dudes be weirdos. Those dudes that be on the chat, Fortnite, that's like a kid's game in my... Bruh. It's one thing to play Grand Theft Auto and you're 50, 60, 80 years old. But it's another thing to play Fortnite and man, that's a kid's game. I played Fortnite before. It's nothing on that show. It's nothing that interests me. It's like a cartoon video game with blood. Those guys be on there on the chat line and they be talking to your daughter. They be on there talking to your daughter. I'm telling you, your young minor daughters, there are grown men all through those video games.
Was close to him online, I already knew of their relationship. But then I do some research, fam. And I noticed the same month that the mom had claimed that her daughter went missing, David dropped another song, which I can't laugh, fam. Seems like he's talking about the story we got here today. It was a song dropped March 8th, 2024 titled, My House Is Not a Home, with over 10 million views. And it seemed like at the very beginning, he's giving a confession to his parents. Now, due to YouTube guidelines, we can't play the entirety, but I want you guys to hear what he's saying in these lyrics. In his first verse, he wrote, Hello, I'm at your door again. I just needed a friend, but now I share a bed with you. Am I dumb to succumb to the noise? I'm not a little boy no more. I've made stupid choices too. To my mother that I'm sorry. To my father, just the same. To my sister, that her brother might as well gone insane.
Oh, he just did it. He just made a confession. That boy just made a confession. He did it. Life. He did it. Too much evidence. That's why police probably didn't get him yet, because they're like, yo, we already have so much evidence. Let's see what else more we could pile on, because he's a celebrity. You know, he's just going to fight it with the public. He's just going to go on interviews and try to combat what the police is saying. So what police does, they try to seal the case. They try to seal it. I think this girl was probably threatening to tell her parents that he is way old. She was 11, y'all. He killed her when she was 13. She's supposed to be 15 now.
Brother might as well have gone insane.
And the chorus wrote, but you never really cared about the way that...
And he's corny. The song don't even... Like, you know, when you hear a song, a lot of times you get like a feeling in your soul, you know? There's no feeling in my soul hearing that. It sounds lame.
that everything turned out. You didn't want to fall in love. You're looking out for yourself now. It's starting to piss me off. I thought I had you figured out. Never thought you would call my bluff. Guess who belong to someone else now.
NBC News correspondent Liz Kreutz joins us now from Los Angeles with more details. Liz, where do things stand right now?
Yeah, Morgan, so a really sad update here. It's been over a week that investigators have now been trying to identify the body that was found inside this impounded Tesla here in Los Angeles. And authorities have now identified that person, and they say that it's a teenager who was inside that car. And they've identified this person as 15-year-old Celeste Rivas of Riverside County. And authorities have actually confirmed.
This is actually sad. This is sad. This is sad. I hope they catch whoever who did this. But in my deepest feeling, I don't know him, but I think he is the number one suspect. I think he's the number one suspect, this singer. He met her on Fortnite. And he been digging her head ever since. I hope they catch him. Rest in peace to her. Blessings to her family. Sad. Blessings to her family, and I hope they get justice. Thanks for watching. Deeply disgusted. See you in the next episode. Like and subscribe.